What is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you our next matchup in the Ultimate Smash Bros. DLC Fighter Tournament thing. So, if you're new and you're wondering what this is, brief breakdown of what this is. It's a tournament of 72 characters that have the potential, some of them might be a little bit more iffy than others, but that have potential to be in Smash Bros. Through the means of DLC and the Fighter Pass. So we have characters that are first party, we got third party, we have, yes, assist trophies, we have spirits, we have characters that have been disconfirmed by other, studios that, well, it's their characters and they disconfirmed them or whatever. All in all, this is a fun tournament. It's just to kind of see who people really do want in Smash Bros. So yeah, Ultimate one. This is the biggest tournament I've ever done. 72 characters. So if you want to participate, you're more than welcome to. The way to participate is you vote. And how do you vote? You vote by simply typing the name of one of the two characters that you see in the, well, title of the video. Basically, the two characters that are in the matchup for the day. So today's matchup is Hat Kid taking on Agumon, and I'll jump into the matchup in just a bit. But the way to vote, like I said, just simply type the name of one of the two characters that you'd rather see as a DLC character in Smash Ultimate. You are allowed to vote both, totally fine. So it's a double elimination tournament, meaning character has to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated. So you lose once, you drop to the loser bracket, you lose from there, you're done. If there's ever a tie in the voting, flip a coin on camera. Best way to break the tie. That's how we do that. And then each matchup, voting-wise, only stays open for just 1 week. That way the tournament keeps unrolling pretty smoothly. Keep pumping out brand new matchups, and eventually we'll get a winner of the whole thing. So, with that being said, we get to go over the results from last Saturday, which was... who? Sora and Paper Mario. Sora and Paper Mario, Game 12. So, I was very interested to see how this would work, because Paper Mario's got quite a bit, a big fan base, as well as Sora, so kind of interesting to see how that would work out. So, here's the results. Game 12, there we go. Let's get that back in camera frame. Up, there we go. Sora ends up winning 37 votes to 24, so, I mean, 13 votes, still pretty respectable for Paper Mario, so I guess congrats to Sora for moving on. But again, double elimination tournament. You got to lose 2 times. So Paper Mario just drops to the loser bracket. That's all that is. So Paper Mario's still alive, but 1 more loss and he's done. That's how that works. So that means we get to go over the matchup for the day. And we have a brand new newcomer to any of my tournaments. I've done quite a few of these, which is Hat Kid. But Hat Kid's opponent, Agumon, well, from Digimon. And, well, that's who we're starting. We'll start with Agumon here. So, first up, the main thing I want to say for Agumon is there's a good chance that if you know Digimon, well, or if you even know Pokemon, you're going to know Digimon. If you know one or the other, you're probably going to know both. And there's always been that sort of rivalry. And I remember growing up when Digimon first got their anime series, when they got their games, they came out as a Tamagotchi. Some people still think Tamagotchi is not quite a game. It's more of a toy. It's its own debate, but I'm not here to argue about that. I've talked about that in plenty of videos, actually, before, now that I think about that. But anyway, so just the fact alone, what I'm trying to get to, is if Agumon were to be in Smash Bros. For DLC, we could finally get that Digimon versus Pokemon sort of theme. And I know there's a ton of people that would be into that, idea, that concept right there. People would buy DLC. People would buy a Digimon DLC just for that fact. You could finally have Agumon against Pikachu, Agumon against Charizard, whatever. It would be such like just a game fan, just a fan. That'd be such a dream come true kind of, scenario to see that finally happen. And with Bandai working on Smash Ultimate and potentially them getting a DLC character through the means of the Fighter Pass, I could see it happening. And Digimon is one of Bandai's biggest franchises. If I'm not mistaken, it might be like their 2nd best franchise of all time, only behind Pac-Man, I think, like in terms of, is it like sales or something? I forget the exact, but it's like one of their top 2, maybe 3 biggest franchises that they own. So if they picked somebody, if Bandai were to, get a say in what franchise they want to have, Digimon has a chance. Agumon would kind of be one of the main front runners to be, I mean, he's one of the most recognizable Digimon out there. He's definitely got quite a bit of movesets. You could do, I mean, I don't want to... Okay, let's go into the moveset just a little bit. He's got his traditional pepper breath. He's got claw attacks. He's got headbutts. He's got bites. Some people think that potentially for a moveset you could kind of make them unique and, you know, do like a damage sort of thing. So, you know how Lucario, when Lucario gets damaged and, you know, the higher the percentage, the more powerful he gets? We'll kind of take that aspect, but apply it to Agumon in this term where if Agumon gets, you know, to a certain percentage, maybe he just automatically Digivolves. So he goes from, I don't know, 0 to 50% stays as Agumon. 51% to 100%, we'll say. Digivolves into Greymon automatically. If, you know, it goes from 101% to 150, Digivolves into Metal Greymon. And then, you know, that'd be a pretty unique aspect in itself, you know, something that's never happened. I mean, I guess Pokemon Trainer kind of has that, you know, rotating different characters. So you kind of got like a small character. Then you might have like a slight, you know, a bigger character in Greymon, but then, well, War Greymon. Well, not War Greymon. Metal Greymon. I guess Metal Greymon and Greymon are pretty much the same, but are like hitbox, maybe frame-wise and all that stuff. But, you know, it'd be, I guess, maybe even a heavier character for Metal Greymon. But there's a lot of cool potential with Digimon, especially Agumon. He's got moveset, definitely popular. There is a Digimon game, Digimon Survive, I believe is the name of the game, coming out later this year for the Nintendo Switch. So, gonna have a game on the Switch. It's had game on Nintendo platforms in the past. Digimon, like Dusk and Dawn were on the Nintendo DS. That sold pretty well, if I remember correctly. So there, Digimon World 4 on the GameCube. I actually still have that out in my living room. But yeah, Digimon has you know, it's got a big enough following where I don't think this could be a total surprise if this were to happen, but you never know. You never know what could happen with this. I would like it personally. I think it'd be really fun and awesome idea, and just as a gaming fan in general, just the Pokemon versus Digimon aspect in itself would be very tremendous and very, very cool to finally see. So, yeah, let's move on to Agumon's opponent here, Hat Kid. Now, Hat Kid is from an indie platformer, right? I had to make some notes here. So, it's Hat Kid is the protagonist from a 2017 indie platformer, which I think kind of took inspiration from Nintendo platformers. So that's kind of a little cool aspect in itself. But let's see. Yeah, I said came out 2017. So it's and I believe it just win an award at the Video Game Awards back in December 2018. I think it did. I didn't double check that one, but it's a pretty popular game. But one thing I do know, around the Video Game Awards in December 2018, Hat in Time had sold over 1 million copies. So for an indie game, that's pretty good. For any game, that's actually pretty good, unless you're a big time AAA third party game or whatever. But hey, over 1 million copies, that's a pretty big achievement. So how could this character possibly work? What kind of moveset? Well, you see the umbrella, so you got quite a bit with umbrellas, maybe a couple jabs, maybe, you know, whacking somebody on the head with the handle of the umbrella, something like that. But Hat Kid has like these kind of like, say, sort of these powers, right? Yeah, I guess if I read this correctly, I've never played the game, so I might be wrong about this, but if I was reading it correctly, she gets like her powers from these things called timepieces, and she's got like all these badges, and she's got they give her, you know, I guess abilities, we'll call them. Some things I'll try to talk about a moveset. So she's got I already said the umbrella. She's got like these things called badges, which I guess kind of her abilities and powers, and they kind of do sort of different things. She's got like a hook shot badge, so think of it like a grab, maybe something similar to like Samus, you know, with the grab. It's kind of got that extended reach. I think that'd be something pretty cool for a grab attack. Maybe even, I don't know, maybe a recovery move, so to speak. You got the, you know, latch onto an edge and pull yourself up. Something like that would be kind of cool. What else did I have here? She's got a scooter, I guess. It'd be pretty similar to the Wario's bike, but I kind of think it would be a bit faster, and I don't think it would, you know, it wouldn't be, you know, not deconstructed, but it wouldn't like get demolished once it would get used. So maybe just a quick little side special attack, you know, on the scooter, drives by, runs into the opponent. It wouldn't do as much damage as Wario's bike because her scooter would be going a bit faster, so I guess that's kind of a side special. She's got her brewing hat, which she can make like an explosive potion. So that could be like the neutral, and you could charge it up too. So, you know, just press neutral button, your B attack, and just boom, little explosion would be kind of cool. Or you can charge it up and it just kind of makes a big explosion all around her. So I think, you know, moveset potential, from what I was kind of reading about the character and kind of gathering, I kind of like the potential here. I do. Yes, she would be an indie character, and there has not been any indie characters that have been represented by playable means. And I get, to me, there's indie characters that are way ahead of her in line that, well, in my eyes, deserve it. Shovel Knight definitely comes to mind. Shantae comes to mind. There's quite a bit of indie characters that I'd be like, nah, if an indie rep were to get a playable spot in Smash Bros., Hat Kid's a little further down the line. I mean, her game did just come out in 2017, so it's only been around for maybe a couple years now. So maybe it doesn't have quite the, I don't know, maybe it's a bit too new if some people want to use that argument. I guess you could, but yeah, I think she's just a little bit kind of, you know, down the pecking order for indie characters. But if it were to happen, it'd be a monumental moment, right? Get the first indie character as a rep, but I think it might make a lot of people upset at the same time because, like I said, we got Shovel Knight, but as an assist trophy, lots of people were hoping for a playable character. Didn't quite happen. Shantae got the spirit treatment, unfortunately. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Hat Kid does have pretty decent potential, honestly. From what I've been gathering, I like the potential, but when you talk about indies, there's just, you know, there's characters that I keep saying it, but there's indie characters that I just put ahead of her that I believe would be way more deserving. She might be a bit too new, but fun game from what I've heard. So my vote in this one, I'm a Digimon fan, and I like the idea of Agumon or Digimon being in the game. No, it's not a Pokemon ripoff, by the way. But my vote, simple in this one. I'm going Agumon. So let me know who you guys got down in the comments. That is going to be it for this one. So either Hat Kid or Agumon or both. Those are your three options. So with that being said, I've been your host. Oh, no, wait. I guess I'll give you a sneak peek for Monday's episode. Looks like Monday we will have Ninten, you know, potentially being an Echo Fighter. Yes, Echo Fighters could be a thing. It might be like a surprise DLC, free update, something like that. But Ninten taking on Conquer, another N64 character. So that could be interesting. And then we should get the results of who? Rayman and Porky. So that should be a good one as well. Find out who wins. All right, that is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I look forward to the voting, as always. And hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.